Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another wonderful stream. My apologies that we're doing this a little bit later than usual. I had a family event where someone in my family had just gotten married. So you can imagine the traveling, the setup, the taking care of, the oohs, the ahs that all goes into that. It was a little bit old time consuming. So I do apologize that we have not had a chance to stream together for a while, but we're going to be making that up here this evening with a fantastic stream of Tower of Time. Now, we are getting down to the third floor today of Tower of Time, and I can't wait to see what happens. Right now, we got a lot of upgrades we got to do. We got to get our elf and dwarf up to level 4. I think we can even get our main dude and girl up to the next level as well. Before we go to that level, well, actually, there's probably going to call us back. Never mind. We'll charge down to that first level. If we don't get pulled back, then we'll just go ahead and, yeah, we still got that side quest done. But that side quest there is for the forge. And I don't know how to get that forge up and running, so we'll just descend. Another descent towards the unknown. You have now learned the conclusion to the grim history of the villagers. They were unwittingly used by the mad Magi Sleth in his dark scheme. Most of the expedition team was killed soon after they reached the second level, and the few that escaped were hunted down by Sleth or perished soon after. He needed to access the Grand Library to continue his research into world portals, pathways between different worlds. His goal was to create such a doorway and then subjugate the inhabitants living on the other side, marshaling a slave army under his twisted logic. He would have been lauded by his people for helping them in the war against a mysterious enemy. However, his true aim was domination of all those living on the surface. The orcs inhabitants from the first world he chose proved resistant and turned on Sleth. He escaped to the level below to create a portal to a more amenable world. Your path is blocked. The staircase suddenly ends, and there is nothing but endless darkness below. Your party have no option but to retrace their steps and search for an alternative way. Fortunately, they managed to find a smaller staircase leading off from the main one. Soon after, you arrive at an opening to the next level, or rather, a gap between the tower floors. Luck finally turns in our favor. If we had not found this smaller access passage, we would still be stuck at the collapsed section of the staircase. It very well could have been the end of our mission. It seems this tower is nigh indestructible after all. Still dying to understand how it happened that it buried so deep underground and survived all these years. I will give you 5-1 odds that it has something to do with magic. Even at those odds, I don't think I'll take the bet. You're probably right, lass. The truth is likely not that simple, marksman. The legends speak of the near limitless power wielded by the ancients, yet the forces necessary to invert a tower of this magnitude and bury it underground is inconceivable with or without magic. Quiet down, everyone. We can debate the origins of the tower later. Right now, we need to focus on what's in front of us and see where this passage leads. Before we go too much further, I do wish to return to the city. Yes. Okay. Artificer Hall. Current max level hero. Was upgrade. Alright. 4. We need the blueprint, so it's no good right now. Armory. Gotta get that guy upgraded. We'll think about getting them some upgraded material there in a moment here. Still need some more blueprints there. Library. Barracks. Train. New skill has unlocked. Eric has unlocked a new skill. Train. Or has unlocked new skills. May has unlocked new skills. And so has Kane. I would love to, but we need to get some armor built out for these guys. Let's go to the keep. Inventory. His inventory is good. Her inventory is fine. This is okay. We probably should clear out some more. His is what needs to be updated. We need to get him some pants. And some better footwear. And gloves. With that set, though. Okay, let's see here. Still think the one I have right now is better. Yeah. 25% days. Duration. There's 1-4 chance. There we go. Into the smithy. What was it that we needed to forge again? Pants and gloves. High tier protection. Okay. Okay. Resistance. What does he have right now? speed and cooldown. I think regeneration. Okay, let's go here. Sorry. Try that out. Curious to see how that works. Enchantment. Okay. "25% of damage dealt is applied as bleeding over 10 seconds. Reduces the enemy's armor by 12% for 10 seconds. Multiple enchantments of this type on different weapons do not stack. 8% damage dealt is recovered as health." Ooh. Ooh. That's dangerous. Yeah, this will be the last one. Alright. We have spent pretty much everything. Let's return to the tower. Test your party's composition and skills. Train. Join Amex 8. 15,000 health, 200% resistance, and 150 armor. Wow. You're going to give us rewards as 1 gold coin. Okay. Service floor. Finding the way to the next floor blocked, your party have discovered another path leading through a service area. Here, the pipes, aqueducts, and all manner of systems needed to maintain the tower are located. There are also something on this level that was holding the orcs at bay. Whatever it must be, a force to be reckoned with. We need to get the elves' opinion of us back up. Think there was anything else here? Yeah, there's not. Okay. By the great spirits, look down there. What manner of creature are they? Cannot make out much detail from this distance, but they're definitely some kind of wild beast. There's no way they're native to the tower. No. There's far more to these wild beasts than meets the eye. Something stirs within them. I sense a dire power. Look how they behave, how they defer to the alpha of their group, how they stand in place, stand guard, as if following orders. These are not the actions of a simple pack of wolves. There is a dark intelligence to them, crude and limited, but intelligence nonetheless. Wolves. What are wolves? How many of you would forget the very animal your kind hunted to extinction? I should have known better. Wolves are like dogs, if you have any of those left, but larger, untamed, and vicious in nature. Extreme caution is required here. The intellect guiding these beasts is old and merciless. I feel an overwhelming hatred for being imprisoned here against their will. It would be wise to avoid them entirely, though I acknowledge wisdom is not a human strong point. Ha! Neb, beast on 4 legs is a match for a dwarf with an axe in one hand and a fire in the other. It is likely creatures below are afraid of neither axe nor fire. Are you prepared to put your boast to the test, Rune Lord? Vantage point. Deep below, your champions see a strange carving glowing with red light. The air above it shimmers, and when passing through it, they feel sick. They also see a lot of skeletons, some of which appear to be of recent origin. The water below is green and stale, smells of corruption and decay. A giant chandelier has crashed below. When it comes to look at the change closely, they see that it has been hacked on purpose. Somebody did something for some reason. Elemental Protection 1. Increase the resistance to all elements by 8%. Enchantments for Crest Armor. You can add this enchantment to relic items. A lesser scroll. It is said that long ago, each race had descended from brute beasts. It was a time where the strongest survived by preying on the weak. While this dark time is thing of a past, the heritage surely remains influential today. I don't think she has much might, so we'll give her some might. We could link that to her repertoire. Interesting. So that must be indicating that the floor down below. Okay. Very fascinating. A group of orcs approaches the party from the far end of the passage. They walk hunched over, clenching their weapons with wide, darting eyes. Though they see your champions, they constantly turn their heads in every direction. Even as their weapons raise in preparation for your attack, they are clearly distracted, as if something more menacing stalks these halls. Grey Shaman, orcs. A very large group of frightened orcs spotted your party. They hold their weapons in grim determination and then swarm your party all at once. Survive their initial onslaught. Fight.
May the light guide your path.
Shoot them.
Okay, put you in the back.
Yes, my lord.
And you in the back.
Vera Yasenle Manimarte.
Ready to serve, my lord.
Consider it done.
Okay, come at ye.
Moving out. Yes, my lord. Your wish is my command.
Heruamin Ulien.
Stay.
Sire, at once, sire. May the light guide your path.
Here's a cloud that rains ice shards. Ooh. Let's try that out.
Aye, my lord.
Yes.
Yes, moving. Yes, my lord.
Unleash hell.
Moving out. At once, sire.
Maninata.
Yes, my lord. May the light guide your path. Affirmative. Acknowledge. For honor and glory. At your service. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Let's see here.
Mani.
Yes.
Manimarte.
Sire? My blade falls and will do.
Heruamin.
Going.
Wish is my command.
I never miss.
Acknowledge. Get out! Moving into position. Acknowledge.
Mani.
Yes, moving.
Yes. Coming. Consider it done.
Manimarte.
Onwards to the fray. Will do.
Not too bad. Not too shabby, boyos. Did that fight pretty darn quickly. Well, it does help when you upgrade everybody. Ooh, a flaming sword. Might be time for an upgrade. Fire resistance, 10%. Water resistance, Immunity to daze. Mana points. Minus 10. So the orcs have ventured to this level as well. Grow tired of these dim-witted brutes, never yielding the fight, even when their defeat is all but certain. This group acted differently, though. They were surprised when they saw us, but seemed almost relieved that it was us. I wonder what would make them so jumpy. Very observant marksman. This time it is the orcs who intruded, and the creatures which claim this level don't take well to trespassers. A fact the orcs have discovered firsthand, coming to blows against an enemy with even greater ferocity than their own. Welcome back, friend. I must admit this tower always feels a bit less dismal when you grace us with your presence and knowledge. This other force you speak of, what is it? Friend? You called me a friend? The tower avatar floats before your champions, staring intently at them, each in turn. Her face divulges no emotion, but her eyes reveal a strong, penetrating presence as if trying to peer into your champion's innermost thoughts. This is unexpected. I cannot recall the last time someone referred to me as such. I will share what I know with my newfound friends. This other force, I believe you glimpsed them earlier, comes from a world of beasts, ancient and primal. Megaseth opened a world portal to their world and lured them to the tower. I don't think it went as he planned. As you have already learned, Celeste portals are only capable of transporting beings to the tower, so once the beasts come through, they were, for all intents and purposes, imprisoned here. What started off as a few have multiplied over the years. The beasts now infect this entire level, corrupting it with their filthy presence. The orc wog constant war against the beasts, trying desperately to diminish their numbers and pose their dominance. But the beasts have proved far too resilient and reproductive to overcome. The only thing that prevents the beasts from spreading to other levels are the tower defense mechanisms. I'm afraid, however, just as before, these mechanisms will not differentiate between you and the beasts, classifying you both as hostile invaders. Then we'll call it even, Spirit Lady. My axe don't know the difference between green-skinned savages and nightmarish creatures either. Your casual reference to terror is more stout than you realize, Rune Lord. I feel the nature of these beasts is somewhat corrupted. They act towards ends the Avatar has not yet revealed. If they have purpose other than to survive, I know not of it. The beasts feed on orcs fallen in battle, or foolish enough to venture off alone. When that is not enough, they feed on the weakest among themselves, or on new, unaccustomed rivals from their own world. And yes, I can already see the question on your face. The portal to the beast world is still open. New beasts enter the tower periodically. The tower considers this a major threat and has sealed off the lower levels until their presence is eradicated. The tower? You said you are the tower. How come you cannot just clean their infestation yourself? Indeed, I am the tower, but my defense mechanisms are autonomous, programmed to defend my creators from threats like this without any voluntary control. It is a fail-safe of their own design I cannot override. Avatar, can you tell us, who were your creators? Silent for a long time. The Magi. Those are the 5 races with superior aptitude for magic, who gathered here to unlock its secrets. They are long gone now. In truth, my memory of them is mostly lost in time. Lost to time. Much of my energy is wasted containing the beasts here. There have been recent disturbing developments elsewhere in the tower, which I regret will require my full attention and capacity very soon. Perhaps you can purge this level of the beast for me? Again, charged with an incredibly dangerous mission by a mysterious power that gains us nothing in return. Are you really going to keep taking orders from her, Kain? If I did not know any better, I would believe you act out of jealousy. Accept it, High Carrier. The Tower Avatar is a construct born of duty. She has no motives or reasoning to task us other than to fill her own obligations. Obligations, as it turns out, that align with our very own goal. Or did you already forget we must reach the bottom of the tower and the next level remains blocked as long as these beasts roam freely here? Still, I wish you had told us more about the technology of this tower, or at the very least where we can find some machines to study. You give her too much credit, Chief. The more she tells us, the more I get the feeling she doesn't have a clue what's going on around here. Kain, you may be right. We may need to help her clear this level to proceed with the Lord's mission, but that doesn't mean I feel any less manipulated or that I like it. Below, your champions see another group of beasts next to a large number of our orc bodies. They hope their perish will not lead them through this area. Well, you say it, but that's very likely that's exactly what's going to happen here. Because I built mine too soon. One for mastery attribute. Mana regeneration. We'll run with this for now. This is a hell of an upgrade. But my critical chance will drop significantly if we give up this, but probably worth it changing this up for now. The forge is ready. for the helm. Into the mines of Moria we must travel, to find what stays there and what is forgotten. Old books. Your companions see a lot of old books scattered here. When they come closer to inspect them, they see that they are covered with some green substance which has burned most of the pages. Probably orc skin or orc blood. Hello, you devilish creatures. A group of beasts sit crouched in ambush, waiting to spring upon your companions as they enter. Yet, to your surprise, the creatures do not attack. Instead, they sit still, snarling and watching, clearly assessing their prey before moving in for the kill. From a quick survey of the area, your champions realize they cannot pass without going through them. They ready their weapons in grim determination, uncertain what to expect from this enemy. Savage beasts are attacking your party. Where did they come from? Your champions have believed that the orcs are fierce and brutal, but these creatures make them docile sheep by comparison. You need to learn what this enemy is capable of. Buzzing terror. One of the strange beasts that come to the inhabitant the third level of the tower. These giant insects hunt in packs, joining the battle with speed and attacking with great ferocity at short distances, spitting sharp projectiles at close range, a crude but effective strategy. We don't think they can be domesticated. Not at all. Bearing huge horns made of what looks like materialized bone, this fearsome melee fighter has an attack that, while relatively slow, deals decent damage and can pierce our steel armor with ease. When no targets are in melee range, leap a short distance to the target, dealing 20 earth damage upon impact. Your champions are dazed for 1 second. Reflect 15% of physical damage dealt, both melee and range, back to your champions. It looks like a combination of a humanoid and a fish, shooting a hard jelly-like projectile over large distances. Freezing bolt that deals 20 water damage, inflicts freeze for 15 seconds. Ice cage has a 20 health and can be destroyed. Sphere of acid water that deals 30 water damage in 3 meters radius. Targets hit are slowed by 40% for 5 seconds. Fight.
My blade is yours to command.
Yes.
Orders. Moving into position. Your wish is my command. Yes, my lord.
Fascinating.
Acknowledged.
Shoot them.
Moving into position. Will do.
Marinata.
Yes, moving. Yes, moving. Affirmative.
Manimar.
position. Will do. On my way. Into position. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Heading out.
Yes.
Maninata. Manga. Eterna.
Shoot them.
Fascinating. The savagery of the beast surpassed that of the orcs. The bodies laying here are mangled by teeth and claw. Your champions almost pity them. Almost. Not quite. The orcs are still orcs, but you can at least acknowledge where a far hot enemy was consumed. Wow, this just outdoes everything that my basic one currently does. Reinforced war robe. Reinforcing silk robe of lesser resistance. Yeah, I'll wear that. This one had like what? 12? I had 13. That's 15, yeah. Water resistance is very good. Void, like non-existent right now. So much fun to have with that void, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm gonna be running this weapon for a while, I feel like. Okay, let's check this out. Oh, nothing. Okay. Defiled statue. A statue with a strange green crystal placed in the eye socket. It is clear that they were not part of the original sculpture. Who did put them there? The orcs or the beasts? When your champions touch the statue, they feel nauseated. The physical manifestation of the corruption. Bookshelf. Another bookshelf filled with destroyed books. Why would the beasts act with such malice? Are they afraid of knowledge contained here? Or do they just destroy everything they do not understand? Hard to say. Such creatures. This must have been a dining area once. Now everything has shattered and destroyed. It seems a fight took place here. Giant orc. Giant ogre. This ogre's body is twice as large as the ones your party have fought before. Clearly, it must have been their greatest warrior. What force could have defeated such a tower of strength? Your champions shudder at the thought. Kind of surprised they did not consume him. That's typically their MO, isn't it? We kill you, we consume you, we grow stronger from you. Force 1. Increase total weapon damage by 20%. Weak knockback. Enemies stagger a bit when hit. Enchantments for ranged weapon. You can add this enchantment to a relic item. A good weapon indeed. Oh, hello there. Tree creature. This shiny creature with a bark hard as diamond, apparently a tree animated by some mystical force, provides powerful support to its comrades in battle. It significantly increases the damage they deal when they are within its aura. This should be dealt with as a matter of priority, especially when facing large numbers of melee opponents. Defense or armor of allies within 7 meters is increased by 7 by 14. Multiple auras stack, creating armor layer increasingly difficult to penetrate. Hive Queen. We called this creature a queen since other beasts seem to follow its commands to some extent. It resembles the tree creature, but instead of brutal melee, it prefers to hurl balls of flame from a distance, occasionally also a very large ball of flame. A bright mote of air that deals 70 air damage in 40-meter radius. Target hits are dazed for 4 seconds. Elite spiked creature. Wearing huge horns made of what looks like metallized bone. This elite fearsome melee fighter has an attack that, while relatively slow, deals some decent damage and can pierce your steel armor with ease. Reflects 25% of physical damage dealt, both melee and range, back to your champions. Large beast creatures are assaulting your party. They are different than the ones we met before. Their skin glows with strange green light.
Yes?
Aye, my lord.
How may I help you?
At once, sire.
Moving into
So
position.
that's a Hive Queen there.
Yes, sire.
Maninata.
My command.
Tree creature. Okay.
Fire.
Tree versus tree. We are Groot.
For honor and glory.
Spiked. Focus on her. Whoa.
Shoot them.
Okay, good.
Affirmative. have, my
Take him out
lord.
first.
Money.
All right.
Amin vera. Yase.
Will do.
Right between the eyes.
My lord?
All right. Acknowledge.
I never miss.
Oh, we forgot to do some upgrades. That's my bad. Nice. We get some more leggings. Anything impressive here to add? Let's see here. Noticeable decrease in earth resistance. Probably want to keep the earth resistance as high as we can right now. Health points. Yeah. Kinda didn't upgrade too soon, I guess. Health regeneration. Movement speed. Let's see here. Where's this speed skill? Level. Let's see here. Armor penetration. Magic. Let's see here. Inventory. Skill cooldown. Movement speed. There we go. Yeah, it decreases significantly. But we replace it with that. That doesn't change. Attack speed changes though. Decreases. As per second. That decreases. I'm not finding health does increase though. Not noticeably enough though. Not enough for all the other negative stats that we get. Yeah, it's negligible. We'll hold on to these pants for now. No change. Let's see here. Oh, that's right. Characters. Skill trees. That's what we're going to start working on here. Mana costs 50 points. Cooldown. Party armor increases by 4. Duration 4 seconds. Flux physical damage. Weakens 15%. Duration 30. There you go. Cost 50, cooldown 30 seconds, damage 50 physical, cone length 8 meters. This guy. That's what I thought. You had to switch out skills in order to add a different skill in. Probably taunt. Yeah. We'll try that out for size. The trap is cool, but it's not really that great. Let's see here. He's definitely more supposed to be support, at least in my mind. let's get that researched. Let's see here, mana cost. Pretty good radius. Okay. Character sheet can use 3 more points. At 10 plus, increase the armor and magic penetration. Let's see here. Decrease skill cooldown. Damn. That up to a 7. These last 3. Ten. You got 14 in health. There we go. Now he's one scary mother effer. There we go for now, I guess. Alright, that's all set up. Let's roll. Seth Archives 1. 36 Aldrich AB 126 AS. I have lost track of the day since setting up camp here. It would seem time itself has become my enemy. As my food is all but gone, I know there is subsistence above, but the risk of venturing back is far too great. The orcs now have complete domain. Oh, great spirits, how did this happen? Where did I go wrong? I'm forced now with important decision. The future of Altera, of my empire, hangs in the balance. The crystals I carry hold sufficient energy to open one last portal. Only one. There is no margin for error. The final world must bear fruit, or all will be lost. I am departing on the morning to a more satisfactory location. I'll open the last portal and prevail. One day, these journal pages will be the first volume of the illustrious history of Empress Leth. Well, someone sure did have a high opinion of himself. Ooh. Good loot. Compendium of Magi 1. An ancient item, the knowledge of magic came intuitively to all people with the absorption of mana nodes. Though some held greater aptitude in its use than others, you have found a tome that explains the basics of channeling power. Though somewhat simplistic in detail, it opens new ways of thinking and techniques you never before thought possible. You can train companions located in Magi Tower to a maximum level 7. Okay, so we've gone that way. Let's head over this way next. Oh, nothing over there. Oh, something dark and poisonous lurks below. Oh, my bad. Okay, let's check the armor. Probably do some increases. Let's see here. Can gain. Wow, that's a lot of armor. Fire resistance does decrease quite a bit, but resistance for everything else goes up. Armor penetration is excellent. Magic penetration 2%. Health points from 10 to 30. We like that. Mana points does increase by 20. We don't like that. Health regeneration goes up to 1.5. So that's excellent. Movement speed decreases by 1.2. Health increases by 6%. I think we'd probably go with this then. Overall, it's a decent enough deal. Attack speed, cooldown, yeah. Frenzied War Gloves of Anxiety. Let's go to the next one. Sewers discovered a new teleporter. Descending a ladder into the subterranean channels, an overpowering stench engulfs the party, hitting them like a crashing ocean wave from days long gone. The channels are overrun with green sludge, which oozes gently around your companions as they drop from the last ladder rung. The sludge moves by no apparent natural current, leaving you to wonder if the green goop is in fact alive. Mortok, last stand! This green sludge is corrosive. If we linger here, our armor and weapons will be rendered useless. And my new leather boots too. Let's get out of this vile stink and look for another way. There is no way back, only forward. Come, Maeve. I'll carry you until we reach solid ground. Wait, you weren't joking, were you? Thanks, but I'll manage. Funny. Adina here and offered to carry anyone else. Because he likes Maeve. This vegetation is thriving here. Nature can apparently adapt to all circumstances given time. You probably find an elevated area and rest here for a while. The shoes are ruined. The sludge seems to slowly erode even steel. Let's see here. Okay, that's getting a bit better. Still, I'll keep my weapon I have right now, but it's not looking too bad right now. On to the next round. Oh, what's supposed to happen here? Okay, I see. Spike creature, aqua creature, tree creature, hive queen, and elite spike creature. Large beasts are standing guard in the sludge here, apparently enjoying it. The corruption has a positive effect on the enemy. They regenerate health each second. Oh, great.
How may I help you?
Maninata.
Your wish is my command. Will do. All right.
Yes. Going.
Manimarte.
Your wish is my command.
Advancing.
Acknowledge.
I never miss.
Manimarte.
What does that do exactly? Marks enemies marked receive additional damage from all sources. Ah. Okay, that makes more sense now.
Mani.
All right. Affirmative.
Right between the eyes.
My lord?
On my way.
All right. Will do.
Ah. I see. Fascinating.
Heru Amin.
Affirmative.
Yes.
Your wish is my command.
Orders. At once, sire.
All right.
Maninata. Deslolale.
Oh, well, I screwed that up. Timing's all wrong on him.
Affirmative.
Yes. All right.
Ready to serve, my lord.
There we go. Relatively easy peasy. Let's see. Let's go here. Armor, health regeneration, mana regeneration, attack speed, cooldown. Okay, let's get it here. Let's see. Okay, so we have to get some armor. Or resistance will decrease if we put this on. Movement speed will also decrease by 0.6. Attack speed will increase. Skill power will be decreased by 10%. Cooldown though will decrease by that. Let's see here. Mana points is currently at 60. Skill power, but this will have there's something that more will align with his expertise is what I'm going for. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep a roll on, boyos. Gotta find some more people. Bulbs, plants that make threatening wet noises when your party approach it. It's better not to disturb them. Exit from sewers discovered. This gate is sealed shut. Your party cannot pass through here. Exit from the sewers. Excellent. Here. Let's see here. Dwarven boots. Magecraft. Let's see here. Let's go out here. Backtrack a little bit. Okay, no, so that is the only way. Okay. A magic barrier blocks the passage. Your champions cannot identify its origin. Okay. I see your game here. Clever. Clever indeed. Darkness beyond. When your champions approach this gate, they see a dark mist on the other side. They can hear a soft voice coming from the other side, whispering, "Come. Come." You know what? Let's leave that for a moment here, and let's go fight these bad boys. A sizable group of beasts surrounds a large chest up ahead. Some lay stretched out near the chest. Others stalk back and forth, sniffing the ground and tilting their heads towards distant sounds of canals. Should your party risk a confrontation to secure the storage box? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Buzzing terrors, spike creatures, aqua, tree creature, hive queen, elite spike creature. Elite enemies have set up guard positions near the ancient Tsunami portal. This group is very large and it does not block your passage. Additionally, the approach is difficult and your party needs to split. Are you willing to risk the mission to get access to a treasure chest? Fight. If you're not willing to risk it for the biscuit, you do not deserve your biscuit.
May the light guide your path.
Maninata.
Will do.
Okay, so we gotta split up.
Moving into
Let's see.
position.
Right between the eyes.
Uma de
We're switching it.
Mani. Deslolale. Fulien.
Oh, okay. So I don't get made that decision.
Deslolale.
It's forcing us to do
I
this.
never
Okay.
miss.
Yes, will do.
Right between the eyes. Coming.
Mani Marte. Amin vera. Yasenle.
Your wish is my command.
I never miss.
Advancing.
Yes, my lord.
Unleash hell.
Orders. Onwards to the fray.
Shoot them. On my way.
Heru Amin.
On my way.
I never miss.
For honor and glory.
How may I help you?
Yes.
Yes, moving.
Yes.
Mani Marte.
Orders.
Unleash hell.
Yes, my lord. Yes, moving. Moving out.
I never miss.
Yes, moving.
Yes,
Maninata.
Yes, sire.
may the light guide your path.
Mani Marte.
Acknowledge.
All right.
On my way.
Your wish is my command.
Heading out.
Unleash hell.
All right.
Consider it done.
Mani.
Orders.
Acknowledge.
Mani Marte. Fulien.
Shoot them. Coming.
Mani Marte.
On my way.
Mani.
At your service.
Mani Marte.
Yes, sire.
On my way.
All right. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Moving out.
Will do. Moving in position.
Advancing.
Cause additional damage to
Moving
them.
out.
Your wish is my command.
Onwards to the fray.
Right between the eyes.
Moving into position. My blade is yours to command. Acknowledge.
My lord.
Shoot them.
How may I help you?
For honor and glory.
I have to remember that I have this as an option. Ooh. We found a new weapon. 10,978 dang, that dude. Okay, I've been sleeping on him. Sheesh, dude is a beast. Got some good loot. You have found the right stone eye. Don't know what this does, but it looks powerful. Reduces enemies' elemental resistance by 12% for 10 seconds. Multiple enchantments of this type on different weapons do not stack. Ah. That's not what we want to hear, man. Okay, so that does not lead us anywhere. That leads us down there. Where does this lead us to? Ooh, okay. We got a lot of good new toys. Okay, first off, let's take a look at this guy. Yeah, definitely replacing him with him. Let's see here. Magic penetration. Mana per hit. We don't get that bonus anymore. That's sad. But skill power does increase by 4%. Critical chance increases by 15. What we're already seeing at okay, so we're seeing a critical chance of 0. So I guess we'll have now 15% of critical chance. Excellent. 2 mastery. Elemental. Resistance 12% on hit effect. Yeah, all an excellent upgrade. Let's see here. Good. Earth, air damage. Let's see. 7% days. Magic penetration is good. Mana points. We can get rid of that negative effect. Mana per hit. Okay. Well, overall, I'll still take it. In my opinion, still very much so worth it. See anything? Him. I think she actually had a new bow option. Stuns, daze, blinds. Excellent. Armor penetration goes down by a point. Critical chance. Wow, that decreases a lot. Attacks per second decreases. The critical chance That's the part that hurts me the most. It drops from 30%. If we were to do switch right now, it would just drop to 25%. But it's that much of a difference, huh? It really does help that big of a difference. Yeah, I think we have to just for the sake of the power. I mean, but the critical chance, man. A chance to critically hit the weapon increases its damage to 200%. Armor and elemental resistance are applied after. But I think we gotta go for it. As I keep saying, risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, there's some really good gloves right now. Movement speed, attack speed. Now that it's worth it. This might be worth it. Movement speed, attack speed, cooldown, charge, critical chance. How about that one mastery point? That one mastery point is really what's holding me back right now. Don't really notice too much of a difference actually. Yeah, that raises up by a 43. Movement speed also increases. Skill cooldown. We'll test this out for a little bit. See how we like it. Not entirely sure if I like it, but might just be what we have to do. With that said, let's go say hello to that voice that's calling to us very ominously from the side. Nothing bad can happen, right? Nothing else happened. Okay. This looks like a storage area. It is overgrown with vile vegetation now. Okay. Let's take a look around here. Let's go this way. see what's going on. Pull the lever, Kronk. Now we can go say hello to Mr. Voice. And go encounter the darkness that lays within. What exactly we shall find, I don't know. But we shall soon discover what. So it does not allow us to go that way yet. Okay. Okay. Nice blade. Yeah, it's not really giving me any good one-handed weapons right now. We could try this guy out for size. Then we'll lose our 20 health. Critical chance will go down by 6. And resistance will fall. As a frontliner, he needs a high resistance. So we're going to leave that on there for now. Nothing. Okay. Now let's head back here. Now let's try going in here. Into the mist that's calling forth our name. Welcome, strangers. I've been expecting you. Servant of Water. Most peculiar, as our chosen course of travel has been largely random in this excursion. Who are you? Have you not heard of me? I am Servant of Water, placed here long ago by the builders of this tower, tasked in keeping the waters flowing in this place clean and fresh. You must have an excellent job security. The area outside is full of slime and rotten vegetation. Yes, well, why make the effort when no one is left to take advantage of it? But should you wish it, I can purge this place and perhaps offer you much more in return. Of course, I suspect ancients weren't only capable of building stone statues, able to make demands in return for what? It is about my brother, Servant of Stone. He does not speak to me anymore. Consequence of a little argument we had a century ago or so. My request is that you go to him and convey an apology on my behalf. I'm sorry that I cheated. Please don't hold it against me any longer. I promise not to act so foolishly ever again. Cheated? What did two stone statues cheat in? A game of groks? And more importantly, if you're a cheat, give us one good reason why we should trust ye. Well said, Master Dwarf. It was nothing really, just a little game we played together to pass the time. Please, go find him. He resides in the cave area not far from here. I will open the way for you. If you do it, I will show great rewards upon you. If you can clear out this mess, it's well worth it. Quest log has been updated. Convey apology of Servant of Stone. I hope my brother will forgive me. Well, we shall find out soon enough, shall we not? Let's see here. We are here. Well, we'll go around here, take a look around once more. I don't think we can go through this way yet. This is still blocked. So yeah, so what we need to do is we need to go through this route here. What a strange sculpture. Impressive craftsmanship, even it is somewhat macabre. Ugly as my beard in the mountain. Such detail. It looks more like living flesh turned to stone than a work of art. I think this statue is best left alone. The cave ahead of you radiates calmness and promise of rest. You feel safe here. That's always the most dangerous kind of cave. Your party has seen similar purple glowing mushrooms before, but these specimens are much larger and look healthy. A cool, refreshing mist washes over your champions as they traverse the bridge. An unexpected welcome aura of peace and tranquility emanates from this area. Your champions feel safe, perhaps for the first time since entering the tower. This place seems to ease a burden I've been carrying ever since I stepped foot in this tower. I feel as though corruption simply has no place here. It is a breath of fresh air, isn't it? We have no time to be complacent and rest. We must move on at once and continue with my lord's task. The water in this fountain has an unknown magical properties. Does any of your companions wish to drink from it? He has not had a chance to drink yet. The rank of his life has increased by 2. Lovely. Just what a frontliner needs. More health. Earth resistance, health regen, mana regeneration. Let's see here. Health regeneration, mana regeneration. So health regeneration was higher with that. Fascinating. So with that, it actually drops health regeneration. Okay. Not really sure if I want to do that, but I don't think we had a choice but to dismantle it. Clockwork Archives 1. You have found a tomb that gives insight into the basic clockwork technology and techniques to infuse it with magic. Although it is merely a premier text for a novice techomancy engineers, it contains numerous useful techniques for channeling willpower into physical manifestation. You can train companions located in the Artificer Hall to maximum level 7. Welcome to my sanctuary. I am the Servant of Stone. My purpose is to bless the stone of this structure, so it remains as strong today as the day it was built. I know why you have come. My sister sent you. Your words on her behalf are unnecessary. I will speak to her again, for even though her deceitful deed angered me greatly, in this age of so few visitors, we have only each other. 2 forgotten servants, fated to carry out their duties for time eternal. May we ask, what was her transgression that angered you so? Are we in any danger from her? You might ask, and no, you are not in danger. While her deed did lead to loss of innocent life, I now take you under my protection, for I command your quest to cleanse this place of its corruption. You know of our intent here? Yes, the Avatar Guardian told me. Know this then. In order to close the portal to the beast world, you must find 3 crystal shards. These shards are guarded by the most powerful of the beasts, primals, as they call themselves. Even though they hate this place and the portal that lured them here, they are aware that should the portal close, they will perish soon after. To protect themselves, the beast primals fractured the crystal powering the mechanism that controls the portal. As long as the crystal is not whole, the energy of the gateway cannot be stopped. Each primal then took 1 shard, vowing to guard it with his life. Can you tell us where to find these primals? I know of only one. A winged beast with leathery skin ventured into my home, uninvited, looking for food. I trapped it in stone before it could spread its malice. You passed the beast when you entered my domain. Return whence you came, and I will release it from its stony prison. Unfortunately, my power wanes. I must devote all that I have left to strengthening the walls and the floors of this place, so they do not collapse under the weight of time. For this, the only boon I can offer is knowledge. We wish nothing of you. We are most grateful for all that you have shared. Go now, defeat the primal within my domain, and then his 2 kin. Recover the 3 shards and remove the beastly corruption from the tower. So it was that statue indeed. The first of the beast primals flexes and stretches before your champions, shedding the last brittle flakes of stone from its skin. It then lumbers towards them, dripping its head with long, drawn-out hiss. Come, demonic creature. It is time for you to be slain. One of the 3 primal beasts, an ancient being whose skin turned to material harder than steel or stone, shoots 4 elemental bolts, each dealing 25 random elemental damage. Creates a freezing cloud with 8 meters radius for 15 seconds, then deals 25 water damage per second to all champions remaining inside and slowing all targets by 80%. Whoo! One of the 3 beast primals gargoyle is waiting for your champions with anticipation. Defeat it to recover one part of the portal crystal.
My blade is yours to command.
Orders?
All right.
Heading out.
Moving into position.
Consider it done.
Will do.
I never miss.
At your service.
Maninata.
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
At your service.
Sire. Yes, my lord.
Ready to serve, my lord.
On my way.
Unleash hell.
Yes, sire.
Right between the eyes.
At your service.
Manimarte.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
Onwards to the fray.
Manimarte.
Unleash hell.
Eruami.
There we go.
Ready to serve, my lord.
Let's see, 4,000. Jeesh. Okay, okay. Dang. Earth resistance 25. Health points 70. Mana points minus 30. Alphagen 1.5. Movement minus. Okay. Still. That beast had been imprisoned so long, its skin was nigh impenetrable. Even when returned to flesh, it was like slashing at a stone wall. Fortunately, it was not as resilient to my magic. Your champions defeat the first primal beast and retrieve its crystal shard, where instincts and primal thoughts have governed the savage beasts encountered on this level so far. The primal showed cunning and intelligence. Need. So all my other stats would decrease by 8% for resistance, but earth resistance. That would show up to almost 60%. Jeez, that's a wild. Health would increase quite a bit. Mild would decrease health regen. Ooh, that health regen would go up by a whole 6.1. Let's see what happens if we replace this on. Okay. Yeah, everything else decreases quite significantly, but earth resistance does increase. Health points. Yeah, the mana does decrease quite a bit too. Then we'll hold on to this for a moment here. If we find out the next primal has an earth-based attack, then we do that. But if it has anything else, then I gonna suspect we want to keep it like this for now. Supposedly. But regardless, it's now time to return to the sister and gain our reward. Can she clear out the waterways? Does she have this ability? Let's see what she has done. I hope my brother will forgive me. What? We completed your task, did we not? Oh no, we have to complete the brother's task first, and then we complete her task. Okay. So we explored all of this. We can't explore this right now, sadly. So we go for that lesser scroll, I guess. Just head back down here, teleport over here. Where do you go from here? So a little bit of backtracking. Is there anything over here at all that should be beneficial to us? Oh, there's some gold. Gold is always a good idea. There we go. An ambush. Savage beast trapped two of your companions in their metal cages. Free them before your party becomes their next meal. Fight.
Ready to serve, my lord.
Vanquish the foul creatures. Turn them into nothing more than paste. Let's see here.
Maninata.
At your service.
Shoot them.
I blaze your hand.
Yes, my lord.
Acknowledge.
Yes.
On my way.
Your wish is my command.
Onwards to the fray.
Unleash hell.
Affirmative.
For honor and glory.
Yes, my lord. Your wish is my command.
Moving out. For honor and glory. Sire. Heading out. At once, sire.
Affirmative. At your service.
Yes, my lord.
All right.
On my way.
On my way.
Mani Marte.
All right. Moving in position.
Yes.
Affirmative.
There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Lesser Scroll. Fire magic can be rendered useless if encountered by the proper resistance. Through learning and meditation, even frostlings, the great giants who dwell on the frozen plains far to the north, can attain fire resistance that makes them impervious to even the strongest spells. Fire resistance by 3%. Let's go to the dwarf. You work in the forge. I wish you'd have that. So hopefully you will then forge me something soon. That's it, huh? Steel gate, stone servant, the lever, steel gate, lever, water servant, travel disc. Huh. Is there somewhere that we have not yet explored here? I feel like we've gone it down every nook and cranny that we could. Yeah, we got over there plenty. I'm a little bit at a loss for exactly where we need to go next. An idea? A clue? Give me a sign, my boyo. I could use a sign right about now. Where, oh, where do we need to go? The shores. Maybe we need to return to him first. We haven't tried that. Let's see what happens when we try to return. You have cleansed my home of this malice. I'm in your debt. Go back to my sister and tell her all is forgiven. As for you, seek out the other two primals, recover the shards they guard, and eradicate this beast corruption once and for all. Only then can we truly be at peace again. Only then will the tower be open to you. If you ever need my help, I will do whatever is in my powers. Apology accepted. My brother speaks to me again? It is such a joy to hear his gravelly voice in my head. Thank you, my brave heroes. What boon do you wish of me? You mentioned the cleansing of the waters here? Consider it done. Wow, she wasn't kidding. She really could clean the water this whole time. I can already breathe better. But if memory serves me, you also mentioned something about showing great rewards upon us. Your brother would be quite upset if you did not keep your word. You must rid yourself of these desires for material compensation, Maeve. Really, your name will never be truly known and respected if you only focus on such personal gains. The sense of pride one gets from fulfilling one's duty, this is the only compensation one in the King's Guard should require. Laughing softly. No, the girl is quite correct. You certainly have a good memory for being of flesh. Very well, I certainly do not want to anger my brother again, and you did in fact deliver my message faithfully. I therefore offer you a boon from the ancient times, should you have courage enough to collect it. I grant you a blessing of water, for to collect the reward you will need to breathe water as easily as you breathe air. I'll open a passage. Go now, dive deeply, descend to the bottom, and follow the path to a forgotten altar, undisturbed for centuries. I also will open a barrier place to stop those filthy beasts from bothering us. Go now, explore, and do whatever you champions do. Mana Leech 1. 3% of damage dealt is recovered as mana. Enchantment for melee weapons. You can add this enchantment to a relic item. Ooh. War Cape of Destruction. 3 armor, health points, mana points, and critical chance. An ancient altar stands before your party. Coming closer, your champions feel a strong pressure, not from the water, but from the energy within. Should one of them come closer to receive the power sleeping within, 2 attribute points will be provided. of believe I want the dwarf to have this. Because I want some of his attributes upgraded. Yes. Character. Skill tree. Yes, there we go. Although we may not be able to use it right away. Oh no, I'm not on the dwarf. That's my fault there. There, okay, they are the 2 attribute points. I want it to go into mastery. It is said that long ago, each race had descended from a brutal beast. It was a time where the strongest survived by preying on the weak. While this dark time is a thing of the past, the heritage surely remains influential today. One for might. Okay. You know, we never got the chance to ask, what was the quarrel with your brother about? Ah, it was nothing really, a small matter. You see, so little ever happens in this place. To stay the burn, we created a game of sorts. Every now and then, some travelers like you wandered into our domain. We then each take a different position, a bet if you will, about the fate of these travelers, either that they will pass through our area unharmed, or they will perish. A few hundred years ago, there was a pair of such travelers, a man and a woman, husband and wife. My brother believed they would survive and pass through my area safely, while I predicted they surely die here. Kind of a grim game, but then again, who I am to judge how statues pass the time? Besides, what harm is there in overviewing things you have no control over? And there lies the problem, Master Dwarf. You see, my brother is a much better judge of character, and always won our little games. I grew so tired of his constant success, I decided this time I would interfere. What did you do? I commanded the waters to rise high and rise fast. The couple fell trapped between the gates here and drowned. Absolutely repugnant. You took innocent life just to win a game? I would be troubled by your words, Elf, had they not been the exact last words my brother spoke to me. I see the look in your eyes, and perhaps you have the right to judge me, but I am eternal, and you are mortal, and as all living things die, so too will your judgments. But such words are too melancholy for a time when all is forgiven. Yeah, definitely rightfully deserved her punishment by her brother. The wicked water statue and the just master of stone. That is how they shall be now henceforth be remembered. She who could not bear to lose, thus cheated and stole the precious gift of life, and thus lost all meaning of a just watcher of water. Where the eternal stone remembered the value of ever life, how it's fleeting and how it's appreciated. And the stone remembers, whereas water soon forgets, and spends what should not be spent. Ah, but Carl, you only say this because the stone statue said he predicted that they would live. What if he had said that they would die, and she survived them? Good question. Then I would commend her on interfering in the game for wanting to preserve life. Thus my perspective is mortal, and I only care for those who are of mortal. But I would not judge the stone cruelly, for it is the game that they were playing of watching, and not interfering. The Master Stone would not have taken any action against them or for them, merely to observe. Isina. Safety parameter breached. Commencing threat assessment. Threat assessment completed. Results inclusive commencing secondary routine. Objectives not in crystal memory. Orange routine commencing. Guardians dispatch. Intruders to be eliminated and collected for analysis. Stone Golem, Air Golem, Nature Golem. Another apparently mindless beings wrought by the tower. Like its brethren, relentless in its attacks, it also boasts a very hard stone skin. Their fist hits like 1,000 pounds of bricks. Jagged stone that deals 60 physical damage. Target hit is slowed down by 70% for 2 seconds. A seemingly mindless being wrought by the tower, these ranged casters fling bolts of energy with unnerving rapidity. Each bolt brings little damage, but do not allow them to target the weaker members of your party for too long. Removes oxygen from a zone with 3 meters radius, while inside your companions are dealt 12 air damage per second. The lumbering defenders of the tower are a mysterious synergy of mana and plant. As such, they are hardy and, though slow attacking, shoots bolts of pure earth energy that can shatter bones. Shoots 4 elemental bolts, each dealing 20 random elemental damage. Your champions have triggered tower defense mechanism. Apparently your party is considered high threat now, as they face a new type of guardian now, golems.
How may I help you?
Shoot them.
All right.
Let's see here.
At your service. On my way.
Wish is my command.
Unleash hell.
All right. Moving into position.
For honor and glory. Yes, my lord.
Will do. Your wish is my command.
Heru Amin. Amin Vera Yasele.
Of course.
Affirmative.
Dela
Heading out.
Mani.
Your wish is my command. Will do. Affirmative.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
Acknowledge. Your wish is my command. At your service. Affirmative.
Consider it done.
Sire, onwards to the fray.
Right between the eyes.
Acknowledged. Will do.
For honor and glory. Onwards to the fray.
Acknowledge.
Teru Amin.
Yes.
At once, sire.
Moving into position.
Moving out.
That was relatively painless. Threat assessment. Ah, Dane. Like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of that. Is this tower gang to throw creatures like this at us every step of the way? I share your frustration, Master Smith. Avatar, are you listening? We are not your enemy. Yes, I'm here. Unfortunately, it is as I expected. The defense mechanisms of the tower are unable to classify you. Considering the situation on this floor, it has opted to use force first and ask questions later. Those things. I have never seen or heard of such creatures. What are they? Golems, constructs created from the tower's memory banks. Banks that deal in memories? Sounds like Frostling's doings to me. As before, these golems were forged of pure mana, based on one of many templates stored in the tower's memory since the time of its construction. The defense mechanism can adjust the template to match the level of the threat and current circumstances. If it is any consolation, those were level 3 templates. The tower concluded that significantly capable constructs were required to deal with you. Cannot you turn the blasted thing off, or convince it we're not a threat to it? We just want to pass through to the bottom. We have no ill intent. As I have warned, I cannot turn it off, nor disintegrate you as non-hostiles. It is part of the autonomous function beyond my influence and control. I'm afraid the news is more disheartening, as you will also have to deal with defense mechanism guardians if you wish to reach the portal. On a positive note, while I cannot alter these towers' defenses, once you destroy the beast portal, there is a high likelihood the tower will reassess your threat classification. And these guardians, what template are they based on? Elementals, similar to golems, but with additional of elemental magic. In the old days, some beings held affinities towards the elemental powers, not magical creatures with supernatural abilities, simply creatures with innate abilities to manipulate a base element. Guardians are created in their image. Water elementals, for example, could control the flow of bodies of water. They could not create new water from thin air, calling forth a Tatsumi, nor siphon away its heat, freezing it solid, but could otherwise manipulate the element as easily as you might move an arm or a leg. When magic appeared in Altera, elementals were quick to absorb it, additionally expanding their power and control over the elements. The Magi incorporated this new elemental magic in their training regime and throughout the tower. I will continue to observe your progress. When you are close to the portal, I will come to you again. Good luck, friends. It appears our worth will be tested at every turn here. We not only have to fight the beasts of the floor, but the tower defenses as well. Well, Kane, with the fate of the world at stake, you weren't expecting this to be easy, were you? Look here. What do we have here? A new technology? It seems to be some kind of transportation mechanism, similar to the teleportation stones. This one seems to be expired, though. Perhaps perception wasn't limited to what you can see before the tip of your thick nose, Rune Lord. There is still magic present in this device. It merely lies dormant. Though it looks like it may be missing parts, I believe this machine could be restored and activated. We need only the proper procedure to do so. The question presents itself, is it worth our time to make the attempt? A judgment reserved if and when we discover the mechanism's nature. The teleportation disk is inactive. Your party enters a large open area surrounded by many buildings. Judging by the size, it must have been home to thousands of people at one time. There are no traces of beasts here. The tower must guard this area well. It would be in our best interest to proceed with great caution. As your party approaches the teleportation stone, you call out to them. Quickly, join me in the throne room. This is too unbelievable for words. Your party teleportations to the throne room. Unlock Blade Master Boron. Yet another delegation has arrived in your throne room. It seems the vast frozen lands of the north were not barren as was commonly believed. A group of Philosopherines stands before you. The Frostings among them towering over your guards. One clearly stands above the rest. Their leader steps forth. We come in peace. My wisest seers alerted me to the great undertaking in these parts, that you seek a power in the depths, one that may heal our broken world. I am the leader of my people, a Blade Master. We are the keepers of the memory of Stone of Age Past. Not long ago, we had encountered a strange new memory. Not of what had been, but of that very moment when we stand in front of you in these grand halls. It had called us to come here and discover its meaning. We are ready to join your cause. You gladly accept the offer of support. However, you grow wary of the power represented by your party now. Who is calling these powerful champions to aid your cause? You can now add blacksmith class to your party. Bjorn has joined your party. Bjorn, a blade master, is a hulking giant that, although able to wear only medium armor, has a large health pool. He does not use mana to power his diverse skills. Instead, he fuels them with rage generated during combat. He has a stoic nature and is dedicated to the keeping of memories of the past. In the Great Memory Stone, nonetheless, like all Frostlings, he joins battle with the shocking fury of a warrior poet. He resides in the armory. You can train him when you find a suitable tome of knowledge. This hero can join your party when you enter the tower. Clean them up a little bit. Affinity. Can't quite do that one yet. The keep. A flaming sword, or Yeah, this one's gonna be better. Health, mana pool, critical chance. Yeah, it's not as good. Skill power increase. Well, every stat that I want has increased. So, yeah, good find for me. Armor is increased by 4, but resistance isn't improved all that much. Health points decrease. Health regeneration is increased. Health increased by 6%. Yeah, nope. I want to test these out first to see how they work before I decide exactly how to use that. Get that done there. Bleeding damage per second. Weakness 20%. Duration 12 seconds. Yep, hold off on him until we have a bit of a better chance. To the tower. Continue once more. You have unlocked the new set of challenges, Primal Beasts. You can access them from the city, test your technical skills in a specific design, combat encounters, win unique enchantments, and legendary items. Lovely. Fascinating. Go down that way. I could go over that way. Or that way. This way. Wires surrounding this part of the tower, yet they cannot see how large it is, apart from the lights surrounding the tower torches. Thank you. Servants, crafting, petition, portals, elemental spirits. Creatures we faced so far. Let's see here. So we're now into the city. Alright, well, let's check out this path then. A cannon. This massive gate is locked and there is no visible way to open it here. There must be some sort of mechanism close by. Oh sheesh. I did not realize that was part of my party. Let's see here. There's a note on the table that says, "Do not leave the children unattended." Well, at least they're good adults. Great scroll. Truly, Mana has been a curse through the generations. When the nodes began to appear around the world, pandemonium soon ensued. Those who thought themselves lucky to be capable of absorbing great volumes of mana were soon disabuse of their beliefs, as their families and friends disowned them and they were forced into exile. I'll give him the benefit. Magic Affinity, the definitive conclusion. Among many other books, this one catches your eyes. It has been a point of countless arguments across many centuries what exactly defines one's affinity towards mana absorption, as well as mana to power ratio. Only after a thorough series of researches between 543 and 613 of V era, the definitive proof was established. Magi affinity does not depend on one's race, gender, station, profession, heritage, intellectual mixing level of intelligence, or color of hair. Interracial mixing, Magic affinity is absolutely and uniquely and unquestionably random. Of course, those findings have led to a new branch of research, whether this randomness is in fact a pattern upon itself, or whether it truly is random. Elemental Shatter 1. Reduce enemies' elemental resistance by 12% for 10 seconds. Multiple effects of this type of different weapons do not stack. Enchantment for ranged weapons. You can add this enchantment to relic items. Lever. Alright. We did something. Watch your step. Wait for you to fall. An ambush. Powerful guardians have managed to trap 2 of your companions in metal cages. Decide whom to free first. You might have enough time to free all of them. Magic emanations from nearby are regenerating life of the enemies. Fight.
May the light guide your path. All right. Yes, my lord. Moving into position.
Let's see here.
Yes. May the light guide your path. Your wish is my command.
Yes.
All right. My blade is yours to command.
Animarte.
lord. Shield.
Yes, my lord.
How may I help you?
Orders. Heading out. For honor and glory.
Image held.
Inside a tent, there is a sleeping ogre, snoring quietly. Apparently, it hasn't noticed that its companions are long gone from this area. I mean, shouldn't we kill it? Walls made of metal. What do you make of this, Chief? Long ago, the ancients used metal in their construction, renowned for its sturdiness and ability to carry a great load. They built high towers with deceptively small supports. Alas, we've lost most of this engineering principles today. If this tower holds the secrets I think it does, I hope to reclaim this knowledge and once again make Altera's landscapes rich, reach towards the heavens. Leave it to the dwarves to replace the beauty of the natural world with metal and stone. I would prefer the land as it once was, green and lush, from one end to the other. Only an elf wouldn't appreciate the labor and craftsmanship of metal and stone. If he had his way, we'd all be living in a tree. To each their own preferences. In any case, there is no point in bickering about dreams and aspirations. Ancients were able to combine lesser artifact crystals into more powerful ones. The transmission ratio is 3-1. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So it's not just a one-time use. Oh, that's cool. Okay. That's so cool. I have to remember that. At the end of this pipe, there is a large valve. Out of curiosity, you try to turn it, but nothing happens. Secrets of Dark Gold. Your companions have found a text details the forging and working of dark gold. A few relics of this material still exist deep in the dwarven vaults. It merely looks like gold and is therefore incorrectly named, but when forged it is far superior to steel in strength and lightness. Your companions can now come to the blacksmith to apply high-level upgrades to weapons and armor using this material and its assorted techniques. You can upgrade the blacksmith now and craft more powerful items. Broken construct. It seems that this construct is missing some parts. Your companions should look for them. Maybe this machine will give them some clues about this place if they repair it, or even agree to accompany them. What's a scroll? It is said that the highest ranks of Elven Druid Order could replenish their mana as quickly as they could spend it, hurling their spells of healing. However, all would be wise to heed the old saying, when mana depletes, the wise man retreats. 0.2 mana regen per second. One of your companions can break their seal and add it. Yes. Boots. A good item. Grand, no, but good nonetheless. I wish we could purchase more storage. Would be something I would like to do, or be able to do. Oh, well, hello there, monster.
How may I help you?
Start
Yes.
the battle.
Moving into position.
Animarte.
Yes.
Yes, my lord.
May the light guide your path.
Heru Amin.
Yes.
Sire.
My blade is yours to command.
Yes, sire. Yes, moving.
Animarte.
Yes. All right.
Sea Samin.
Sire. Moving out. At once, sire.
Mani.
At your service.
Dang it.
Animarte.
Unleash hell. Coming. Of course.
My blade is yours to command.
Animarte.
Yes.
Maninata. Ulien.
Yes.
Heru Amin.
Shoot them.
Ready to serve, my lord.
Consider it done.
How may I help you?
Mani. Manka. Le merna.
Yes.
Maninata.
Yes?
Right between the eyes.
Sire?
Manimarte. Ulien.
Unleash hell.
Sea Samin.
Yes.
Heru Amin. Uma Dela.
Shoot them.
My blade is yours to command.
Right between the eyes.
Sheesh. Alright, that was worth it. Fire resistance, earth resistance, water resistance, air resistance, health points, mana points. Oh wow, sheesh, that's the mother load right there. I know that would definitely be a mistake. Great city. Discover a new teleporter. The fabled man-birds of Shinchik Island are said to have become one with the air. The stronger the wind, the greater their speed and dexterity. Whether facing it or with its invisible waves behind them, they were fully immune to any magic of the air school, and their beaks and feathers were used for fillage in arrows wrought of Shadow Queen. 3+ air resistance. You can let that go to her. Lore-wise, this sounds like something she would have. Great city. Ooh. Armor, penetration, magic, penetration, health points, health regeneration, mana regeneration. Yeah, definitely the item to get. Nope, still good, but yeah. Very good indeed. Blue spheres fly around this large cavern. They seem to try to reach the green sludge below, only to be repelled by it.
Less than 1 year after the coming of the Power Nodes, Lords of the Five Races gathered to discuss the chaos that had ensued. It was decided that the use of magic had to be prohibited, contained, and researched. 4 edicts were passed. The first edict proclaimed that all mana nodes were to be collected and stored in mana crystals for authorized use only. Under the second edict, all those who passed aptitude tests were to abandon their families and to travel to a designated place of study and learning to become magi. The third edict stated that all other people were forbidden to absorb and use mana under penalty of death. Finally, the fourth edict, the most important of all, decreed that research into the origins of the power would take the utmost priority. A great tower was constructed where all magi gathered and trained. It was a place independent of all races and their rulers, governed by the first magi, each the most skilled of their generation. They were wise in their administration of the power, as they knew the threats of its overuse. Crystal golems had been constructed and traveled the land, seeking out the new nodes that continued to appear. A vast quantity of mana was thus brought to the tower, where it was stored in great crystal chambers. The use of magic was restricted to the direst need and had to be sanctioned by the first magi. Within the tower, intensive efforts to discover the origins of the power nodes continued. Balance returned to the land for some time. And then came Proteus, the greatest magi that ever lived. Famed for his wisdom, his control over magic was unmatched. He devoted his entire life to the research, experimenting in ways never before tried. One day, he achieved a breakthrough. He managed to tap into the power at the deepest level, integrating it fully into his life force. His spirit connected to the essence of the magic, and he understood. He learned that the nodes had come from beings called the Organte. They dwelled in another place and perhaps in another time, in a universe incomprehensibly alien to our own. In that brief moment, when his spirit traveled to that place, he glimpsed into the history of the Organte and understood their plan. And the truth of it terrified him beyond all imagination.
When the vision abruptly ended, Maeve goes weak in the knees. Cain rushes to her aid, allowing her to fall against him. As she slowly gains her wits about her, she looks around, inspecting the walls and ceiling. So this place must be the Tower of the Magi. That would be my guess as well. They built this structure as a center of study to find out to figure out what the magic was and why it made the population sick. And it appears that they found out. At least this Proteus found out. The sounds of these Organthe makes the hair on my face itch. It's a bad omen for sure. Creatures from another universe and perhaps a different time. How intriguing. Intriguing? Are you daft elf? Did ye not hear a word of the vision said? This Proteus learned of the girls and their plans, and it scared him paler than a ghost. This can only mean one thing. Our ancient world prosperous beyond dreams, magic outlawed under penalty of death, and creatures from another world influencing our own. When I say it out loud, I can hardly believe it. Believe it, lassie. I live by my instincts, and my instincts tell me these visions are true, and there's plenty more to come. Celeste Archives 3 16th Eldris Ebe 126 AS. I have come to a most extraordinary realization. The portals not only connect worlds, they also connect time. That is to say, I can open a portal to the same world, but at vastly different times in the world's life cycle. I came to this conclusion by observing the second world I selected as a potential target. At first, I thought it was remarkably similar to the world of the orcs I previously discovered, but then I realized it is the same world, only shifted to the future by a handful of centuries. In this time, the orcs fight a losing war against advanced militant humans, bent on their total extermination. It was only after I glimpsed an ancient orcish monument, the very one I saw firsthand during my visit to the first orcish city, did I understand the significance of what I was seeing. This discovery of time influences, redefines everything. The crystals, the portals, the tower, even magic itself. I must learn if this element of time is engraved in the very fabric of the universe, or a product of magic. Is it to be feared, even by supreme magus as myself, or embraced? Now I must ponder. Would those humans be more receptive to my persuasion? If I explain the orc infestation here in the tower, will they perhaps assist me voluntarily? Addendum 18th Idris ABB. After 2 days of deliberation, I have decided the risk is too great. Deviation to a previously holy crusade makes the humans too unpredictable. So the third world it must be then. A plant in the middle of the rock heap. It looks like it was put here on purpose. Were those beasts trying to cultivate it here? Okay, we're gonna go down that venture. Ah, much interest lays ahead. Spider chamber. Secret area found. Oh, hello, arachnid lady. A room covered from floor to ceiling in thick and sticky webbing proves challenging for your party to penetrate as they struggle to push through. A giant arachnid-like creature slowly descends from the ceiling. Your champions have reached the lair of Arachne, one of the beast primals. Before they have a chance to react, she attacks. Let's see here. An offspring of Arachne primal. Enemy has no skills. One of the 3 primal beasts. This arcade-like creature grew to the size, preventing a movement. Instead, it relies on a horde of her children to feed her, and occasionally carry her around. Summons a spire with 160 health and 10 to 13 earth damage per attack. Shoots a 2 webbing at the closest target, immobilizing them for 8 seconds. One of the 3 beast primals, spire-like Arachnia, is waiting for your champions with anticipation. Defeat it to recover 1 part of the portal crystal.
At your service.
At your service.
Start the battle. Man, this
Blade is yours to
we're just way too buffed right now, I guess. 'Cause we're just completely annihilating her left, right, and center. There we go.
Yes, moving.
Vampiric Darkwood Staff of Destruction.
will do.
That was a little too close. For a moment, I thought for sure we were overwhelmed. Against fang and claw and horn and bow, we stand together by command of the Lord on the throne. We will not founder easily. You have found left stone eye. Ooh, we have the right, now we have the left. I wonder what happens if we put them together. The fire is very subdued. All seems lost in thought. Cain finally decides to break the unfortunate silence. The vision left us all shaken to the core, it seems. Do you want to talk about that? The arrival of magic brought with it dire consequences for Altera. A temptation even my elven ancestors could not resist. It is with great sadness that our anchor stone remembers those days, not just for Frostlings, but for all 5 races of Altera. Though all things change in time, some changes are far more painful than others. Arkenstone? The ancient memory stone to which all other memory stones of my people are connected. Together they hold the collective memories of our race, a record of all things which pass to future generations. The Arkenstone cracked long before I was born. Since then, memories of the Frostlings have been fragmented, but the appearance of magic is one such memory that remains, for this was the event that led to the Altera's upheaval and the Great War, and affected every Frostling generation since. Is that why you've joined us, Baron? Baron Borjan? Something to do with your people, Arkenstone? As all water flows to the sea eventually, yes. In recent days, many of my people have recalled memories of this tower. Quite a disturbing experience, as no Frostling alive has any knowledge of this place. My elders have sent me here to discover the significance of this place and why it invades our thoughts. For people with a fragmented knowledge, you seem to know a great deal. By chance, do you know of a great sacrifice? It has come up in a number of books here. There is a day on the Frostling calendar known as New Season. It is a holiday that marks each new year. But more than this, it is used every so often to note the start of a new era, such as the era we now live in, known to us as the Last Era. There are old memories that the first new season came on the heels of a great sacrifice. I know nothing further, but wonder if they could somehow be connected. The Last Era, such a grim premonition connotation. Perhaps another time I will discuss the subtleties of destiny and how preconceived notions can ultimately steer one to self-fulfilling prophecies. Manifest destiny? I'm aware of the concept, though I believe Frostling's fates to be more complicated. Yet still, how do you not see it as so? Perhaps it is different for elves, dwarves, and humans, but to Frostling eyes, there is no dispute. We are in the end times. So many of us have died. We have but a few generations left before we ourselves become memory in stone. Now, if my lord has anything to say about it, don't lose faith, my Baron. Not now, while we have 5 draw breath in this tower. I commend your optimism, Shield Guard, but I have seen too much destruction, seen too many things I love, things that define who we are disappear before my eyes to ever dare hope again. Do not let this unsettle your heart, my friend. Frostlings know death is not to be feared. After all, trees do not fear the loss of their leaves before the winter. %12 damage is dealt as health. Enchantment for melee weapons. You can add this enchantment to relic items. 12% damage is dealt as health. Enchantment for ranged weapons can be added to this enchantment relic items. All creatures are born with natural affinities to water, growing within liquid till they emerge from the womb. This is why water spells are completely ineffective to a newborn babe for the first few hours of its life. Who knows what dark events led to such knowledge being gained? There can never be a perfect unison between body and mind, yet the Master Archon can achieve such between body and bow. Great speed is a thing of beauty, a joy to behold, yet terrible in a foe. If you have you come to cleanse me, ill in my care, you have come too late, I'm afraid. We have come to eradicate the beast and close the portal to their world. What is this cleansing you speak of? I am the servant of Mana, bound to guard the pool of liquid mana that resides in this place. Most of it is corrupted beyond any recovery now, but I have managed to protect a small fragment of it. The free-floating vapors will never join the great pool again. You mean those blue balls of energy in the great cavern? Indeed, poor children, forever denied the embrace of the others. You speak as if Mana were a living being. In its own way it is. Don't you know where Mana comes from? We are ignorant to this knowledge. Only recently did we discover magic has not only existed in Alterra, its origins are still very much a mystery to us. Then a great discovery awaits you. I shall not speak of it any more. Aid me in one small matter, however, and I will reward you for your time and effort. Bring me a large blue crystal from the nearby cave complex. With this, I will create a permanent home for these mana sparks and ensure they remain pure. Folks, I think this is where we're going to end it for tonight. We've covered a lot of different territory in this evening. I believe that we're getting probably to another hour. Yeah, from the looks of it. We've done the majority of the battles, the majority of the side quests. So, another hour worth of streaming, and I think we'll be there. But, I'm going to be honest, I'm tired. I got the gaming session I need to get in. And I do hope that you all will join me again tomorrow as we do another stream. With that said, I hope you all have a lovely night, and you all take care now. Bye for now.